Hi again. In this video, we are going to talk about how to relay your education on your resume. So for a lot of us, the placement of where we put our education on the resume makes a big difference. For most of you, you're coming into your career for the first time. Your education is going to show up right away under the objective because you probably don't have the work experience that would constitute having the skills that would kind of trump your education, so to speak. Your education is really all you have right now in your new career field. So that's why we're going to put education right under the objective. If you've been in the profession for a number of years, your education probably could go under your work experience if you have a lot of work experience, like more so than your education experience. So I'm guessing for most of you, your education is going to be right after the objective. That's just what I'm going to assume. You can always say, hey, I have this situation. What do you think? And we can talk about that too. Just email me if you think you have a unique situation, and we'll help you through that. Okay, so here's what you have to have in your education heading. Whoops, I don't know what's going on there. Hold on. Okay, so you're going to have, not the slide I want. You need to have a heading, obviously called education, and you want the most recent education to be placed first. So since you're a student here, I am going to assume that your most recent education is Lake Area Tech. So that's going to be the first thing that's going to show up on your resume. And by the way, I will say this. The only time you're going to put high school on your resume is when that is the only degree you have, is a diploma. So obviously, since you're here, you will have an associate's degree once you leave us, or at least a diploma. So high school is no longer going to be on our resumes. All right, so how do I do the education section? Here's what I need to see. I need to see Lake Area Technical Institute. It needs to be fully spelled out. And you know what? I need to add to this. I also, if you're applying across the country, they don't know where that's at. So you should also say Lake Area Technical Institute, Watertown, South Dakota. You need to state the degree that you will be earning. Now, most of you, if you're in a 2-year program here, you will be earning an Associate of Science degree, just like you see here. However, if you are in a 12-month program, you are earning a diploma, and you might want to check with your programs to be sure. The website, the Lake Area Tech website, also is a great resource for that. You just click on the program that you are in, and it will give you all the information about what kinds of degrees they offer. And then we need the name of your program. And if you have not yet graduated from that program, you would put anticipated in front of your graduation date. Okay? Since this is a 2-year institution, we don't really use the term major or minor. If you went to a 4-year institution, then yes, you would have majored and minored in something. So this is what your Lake Area Tech education portion will look like. And that obviously will be first. Now, some of you have some other situations where probably you attended possibly Brookings for a year or two but did not complete. Here's how you state that. So you would put the name of the institution again. You would put the city and the state, and then just tell us how many credits you earned toward the degree, and that constitutes the fact that you started but you did not finish. If you say bachelor's degree and then you have a 2-year attendance, things aren't adding up. So that might raise a red flag and might make someone think that you're possibly lying. So this is how we alleviate the fact that no, you did not complete the bachelor's, which is why you were only there for a year or 2. All right, so let me show you what that looks like in a sample format. Here's that sample resume. So there's your heading. Education is your heading. Lake Area Technical Institute is listed in bold, which is fine. I notice Watertown, South Dakota is not there, so that would be a suggestion I would make on this resume. There's the degree. the program. And if there's a concentration in your program, you should also put that underneath the main program. So some of you do have those concentrations that you work on. Make sure that goes in there as well. And then I also, if you notice over here, I like to see dates and locations off to the right. It balances your page, and obviously we want to use the full page equally, and we want it to appear full and balanced. That's a nice way to do that if you put your dates of attendance all the way over here. Okay, so in the next video coming up, we're going to talk about how to handle your work experience.